Добрый вечер, дамы и господа, с вами Манчестер Геймс, и это очередное прохождение Hogwarts Legacy. Всем приятного просмотра, погнали! Так. Если не знаю, можно пройти связок, почему дядя Ронду и давно нет вестей. Так, это мы делали. Он уже отбрасывающее заклинание. Опытное задание, которое был, зайдите ко мне на участок, пользуясь заклинание эффекту. Здравствуйте, еще раз, меня прекрасная новость, обновление для метлы готово. Мы попросили почитать заклинание бомбара. Да так, это мы уже сделали. Арест моментом, замедляющее заклятие. Зайди ко мне вот так. Пришел зайти ко мне по важному делу личного характера. Мой план с шлемом провалился. Но еще одна идея. Думаю, мы найдем то, что нужно. Гоблинский шаг к юго-охоту. Курс этим местам прихватить с собой кого-нибудь, кто знает гоблидок. Профессор Уизли. Так. Заклять трансформации. Выручай комнат. Так, помощь с доставкой. Ты что, встретимся в 3 метлах. Я изучил книгу «Загляд Селда», приходи в крипту, кое-что нашел. На обзорной площадке сервиса. Так. Ой. Так, таланты. Что у нас тут? Левёс, так. Депульса. Лакерный заклинание отразить 2 снаряда обратно. Это хорошее. Здесь что было? Становится здоровье. Так. Что-то на гоблидуке. Ну, наверх, так наверх. Наверное, в астрономическую башню. Поговорите сами там. Как задолбал этот певца.
Hello there. Hello, Almeid. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook? I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade? It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help? Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous? I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's. Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better. Lodgok is waiting. Should we go? Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
2000 километров. Это куда, блядь? Меня заносит. Ох, ебать.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this. Nice to see you again.
Likewise. What can I help you with today?
What do you have for sale?
What are we looking for today?
Продать
This will
хлам.
do just fine. Thank you. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it.
Хрен увидишь с метки, что там происходит.
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals. Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves.
Абсурд.
He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Cock. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok.
Унизил.
Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
I'll meet and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
Так, начинается.
The door is looking at us. I'll be quiet.
Глаз плохой.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mind. It's even grander than I had expected. I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Clever. Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine. I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
Back here. Armit, you'll need to stay close to me. I've dealt with worse enemies than these.
Так.
Matter of time till Ranrock sets things right. Ranrock is sure to appreciate the extra
those plans?
Being watched by a door.
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word.
Не привык он к такому. Выгляньте на него. А, понятно, тут не пройдем.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be plans around here somewhere.
Один хлам.
That's the last loyalist. Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Revelio.
Так.
Yes, of course.
Revelio.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Извините, ребят, сегодня не ваш день.
I wonder if the boiler powers the lever. I suspect it must.
Этот рычаг работает от котла. Нет.
Revelio.
Ударить. Бегающий командир сторонников. Землю.
Do with a nice mushroom stew about now.
Revelio. Retributus totalis.
devil's snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Not the entanglement we need right now. Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos.
И это все, что ли?
Quite good at sneaking about.
Revelio. It's totalis.
Так, пойдем дальше. Неизвестный предмет для рук.
Revelio. Since before you were born. Not quite. I won't. That should be the last of them, I'll meet.
Я думаю, что нет, я думаю, что это не последний.
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we?
Revelio. think I've found all the plans. I'd best keep looking.
А, стоп, это уже выход.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodcock what we found. Revelio.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me,
Пошумите.
Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. Accio.
I'll be quiet.
We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
Revelio.
Can we please talk about...
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
Да сваливай, сваливай.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch when I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lord Gok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Да, гоблин явно в шоке. Мгм. Так, и что дальше?
I hope Professor Fitzgerald has confirmed what she needed to. I have to complete the next trial as soon as I can.
Ведь последнее обновление для метлы. Поговорить с портретом. Местоположение.
Handy resource indeed. Your field find.
Поговорить с студенткой по Финдуе.
Revelio. Aloha Mora. do we have here?
Revelio.
Fine now, demi guys.
Revelio.
What have you done? Yes, I said forever.
Aloha Mora.
Хорош.
Revelio.
Always right when Peavsy wants to have some fun.
Так, что за хуйня? Фотографии, ну. Ну, зал картографии.
Welcome back.
Салют, мадам.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do. Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade. Accio!
Поймал. Вот у него заодно и продадим весь хлам.
Hello again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you. Nice doing business with you. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Ну, зато мы знаем, что нам нужно 4 куска.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Надеюсь, что перестанет свое решение посылать на материальную помощь. Вам дали достаточно времени, наше терпение безгранично. Возможно, наверняка хочет, чтобы вы поняли наше сотрудничество. Готов ли вы ответить до конца недели? Этот разговор должен стать между нами. Надеемся, вы понимаете.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends. Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it, but perhaps it's been...
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right, but we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man, but even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What does he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it out for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns.
Так. Нет.
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
Accio!
Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprised Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again. But do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Призраки шастают.
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
Что-то, мне кажется, он попал в беду.
Natty must be around here somewhere. Revelio. Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Лохмалась, значит.
Revelio.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Revelio. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Accio! Door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. I'd better be sure I'm not seen. Revelio.
So forgetful, we'd probably have more, wouldn't we?
Oh, I fancy it's time we found a new unsuspecting trader around these parts, don't you?
Revelio.
And rightfully so. Girl's been nothing but trouble. About time you locked her up.
Protagonist totalis.
Lead us to victory, you mark my words.
Revelio.
It's exhausting. Standing here all day waiting to do Rookwood's work for him. He can fight his own battles. What are we even doing?
Be on the lookout for the girl's friend. If they're daft enough to try to come through here.
My loyalty's to Rookwood and no one else.
I've had enough of Belcroft. Hope I never have to see it again.
Seen this coming. Told you all, too many minds.
Revelio.
Not one needed, not one. This is going to be the downfall of us all. This is.
Hey.
My words.
Lower Hogsfield needs some stocks after our visit.
Isn't
Понятненько.
it best, though, to sense one's way through the unknown? Surely one's inner wisdom has some sort of barometer, a clue as to whether our footing is bringing us either further away at all. It's about time Rookwood took control. He doesn't need Ranrock.
We should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. The boss will deal with her when he arrives. Aaron Shear isn't worth the time.
No, you don't have to feel intimidated by my feats. We can't all be as gifted, can we?
Protagonist totalis. Expulso!
Flash of inspiration. I think now what you're still
Get over here! Expulso! Did you learn that in your fancy school?
Come on, you are free.
You'll feel that tomorrow. Just if you last that long. Not so tough there, are you? Amateur. Reducto. Here, expulso. Did I hurt you? That's just reducto. Expulso. I think that one hurt. Reducto. Expulso. Reducto. And in the clouds, this one. Reducto. Not so tough there, are ya? Expulso. No, potato. Reducto. You're a bit shorty with this. Expulso. I went to run. So that. Reducto. Did I hurt you? Expulso. Did I stop?
He must be here somewhere.
You found her.
Revelio.
I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon her wand. It must be blocked by something.
Mr. Rabe's wand could be in there.
My wand is somewhere in this room. I can tell.
Так, и где мне искать?
Revelio. Aloha Mora. If Natty couldn't summon Mr. Rabe's wand from her cell, it must be blocked by something. Mr. Rabe's wand! He'll be glad to have this back. Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Revelio.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful.
Revelio.
Thank you, my young friend.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Revelio.
The fog blighted us a bit, I'll agree. Nonetheless, we have good spoils for our enemies.
What make a fine thing?
You will pay for your deeds.
They got what they deserved.
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. I'd be thrilled to have this back.
Так, одно мы нашли.
Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Так.
Revelio. Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Может, наверху?
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashbinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Да вы хреново работаете.
Yes, officer. Do you have enough evidence to take down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's lot?
Well, it's certainly a good start. We shall see. But you can leave this to me now. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Так, местоположение. Подожди, а где? Птички. И снова наступила ночь.
Fine now, then, guys. Professor Fig, the Keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle, and I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it. despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the Ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more. How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Do you have a moment, Professor? Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather
Stand proud, purebloods. The future is yours.
I thought I heard the headmaster.
Жесть.
Greetings. I mean, out of my way, children.
Professor Black, how are you, sir?
Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror?
Professor, a word? Professor Black? Again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kagawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
judgment. Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kagawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a head?
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all. Move aside.
I hope it's not about anything I've been doing.
Не ссыте, я не директор.
If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you.
Professor, I need to speak to you. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig? I shall never understand.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Wait until Master sees what a wonderful job Scrope is doing.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight. Just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle. Aloha Mora.
Стоп, я сначала хочу в оружие комнату. Стоп, а чё мне по инвентарю? Так, сначала вручай комнату, идентифицируем все, что нужно. О, как круто. О, это даже лучше. Восемь второе. Хотя, в принципе, пока еще время, место есть, можно тогда пока особо не напрягаться. Башня преподавателя, вот куда надо. Я думал, все картины живые.
Revelio.
Доспехи тролля. Капец, лабиринт.
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Toujours pure. I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto.
Revelio.
Распределяющая шляпа.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time? That must be the pedestal.
Ништяк.
Where am I?
Professor Fitzgerald,
Can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
Ну, охереть.
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
Best look while I can. Neve must be here somewhere.
Так, и как мне пройти?
I need to time this just right. I see. A staircase straight ahead.
Где? Так от тебя, что ли, смерть ищет?
Ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there. This is my chance. I'm coming, Neve. Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can.
Так, посмотрим.
That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them. Nothing this way. More danger. There must be another way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way. Closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose.
Угу. Эта херня, значит, проходит сюда и здесь остается. Пошел нахер отсюда.
Now's my chance. That's the way forward. I think I'm invisible.
Дар смерти.
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them. This is the way forward. Finally free. Now where are you, Neve?
You have had one death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide.
Бузиная палочка.
Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
I've never felt such power. Defender! Bombarder!
Ага, красный я не могу блокировать. И, наверное, буду сражаться с самой смертью. О, я понял. Козела. Ауч. Это типа что, я достоин, что ли?
A simple stone. This must be for me.
Камень воскрешения. Три дара смерти.
You are far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it seems.
She's gone.
Oh, poor Neve.
Let us always honor her.
May her memory be a treasure to us forever.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self. But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
Знакомая статуя, которой нету хуя. Бульк.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable, wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong
You
hands,
saw what I did for my father. O'Neill, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain. What are you doing? Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
О, теперь мы не нарисованные.
I'd seen Bakar's tower countless times. Never...
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed, was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I found it disturbing. But how did she gain power from it? How did she harness it?
It was disturbing. Although, I wonder that you are asking about her power. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
Прикольно, ты напоил директора. Пока я отправлюсь в Фоксмут. Надо хлам продать. Потом уже пойдем дальше.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Never seen so much tea. You'd think he'd cleared out every lesson.
I beg your pardon. You're worrying far too much. Nobody's looking at you.
Look at that boy.
Ready for a little change in fashion, are we?
I hate
Plenty to choose
Как ты еще не обоссал столько чая пить, а?
I'd rather have no socks than be dancing like this.
You're not dancing, you're exercising.
Father, why is he dancing?
See? Andy said the charm come out in the wash, but it hasn't.
Someone so dramatic, just like your father. Anyone who
I
thinks
suspect you
like
have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
Oh, please, can't we take...
can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise.
Плохая идея.
I'm not sure about this. I can't imagine they're fond of being surprised.
We don't have a choice if we want to help the Snidgets. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. I just... never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
Speaking of secrets, I do want to tell you why Victor Rookwood's after me. He's working with Ranrock, and Ranrock's after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig's asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps explain a bit about what we saw back at Horntail Hall. Of course, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. Even the centaurs won't know.
We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to all be fine.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No! Never! We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
Ну ебануться, блядь. Задание на задание.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran?
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
Ебать, как далеко.
I've always said that travel broadens.
Так, как мне туда попасть? Ага.
Revelio.
Где-то наверху должна быть тропинка. Так, что-то не совсем понимаю. Может, сначала вот это надо выполнить?
Wonder who lives here.
Sebastian, a lost relic from a catacomb which requires a dark sacrifice.
I know how it sounds, but if this can help you, it's worth the risk.
Does Ominous know about this?
He helped find the scriptorium where we discovered Slytherin's spellbook.
Very well. If Ominous will be there, I'll meet you. We don't have much time. Solomon wants to leave Feldcroft.
What? Leave? Never mind. You need to stall him. Buy us time, Anne. Please.
I shall do my best. I'll be in touch.
Solomon can't take Anne from Feldcroft. Where would they go? When would I see her? Sebastian, I can't believe my uncle wants to leave Feldcroft. Anne's going to stall him. She must. We need time. Time? For what? I've learned more about the relic. I cross-referenced Slytherin's spellbook with everything in the library on relics and dark sacrifices. That's when I realized something. I believe the relic will only work inside the catacomb.
So we have to get Anne to the catacomb and then conduct a sacrifice. Seems risky. It'll be worth the risk. Our biggest hurdle may be convincing Ominous. And we'll only give this a chance if he's on board.
And we have to keep all of this from your uncle. If he goes to the headmaster, we could be expelled.
Let me handle Ominous this time. As for my uncle, he's not an Auror anymore. What he doesn't know, well, won't hurt us.
Good luck with Ominous. Until we meet again.
I shall let you know when the four of us should meet at the catacomb. Look for my owl. See you soon.
Fine now, demiguys.
Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Wizard kind will submit to us once the war is over.
Afraid to fight? One less human to worry about. Expelliarmus. Totalis. Imperial. Revelio. Imperial. One there.
Even though you're not even trying, you won't get away with that.
I'm a brother who works for Gringo. Couldn't pay me enough to sit behind a desk all day. Why'd you do that? Revelio.
see myself doing this sort of thing forever, though. Fancy I'll have my own operation worked out one day. It's all working for me. How nice of you. Almost. You almost had a lucky shot. Is that it? Don't shoot her again, I beg you. I could do this for hours.
And there we go. Explanations.
Нельзя. Жаль.
Never anything interesting around here. It's totalis. This could prove dangerous if I'm not Revelio. Good freak. Revelio.
Змеиный язык? Или мне показалось?
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio. Such a bliss. I will give up.
You've one less follower, Ranrock. Revelio.
А тут что у нас? Тайничок.
Rebellion. Another adventure, are we?
There's no telling what lies in wait for me in there.
Confringo.
Away, Highwing! Away! Faster, Highwing!
Чистец.
Highwing, go! Faster, Highwing!
Бля, надо же было так застрять-то, а. Так.
How inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Да, мы далеко от Хогвартса.
Nothing pleasant about this coast.
I received your owl. Thank you.
I'm glad you came. I spotted droves of Ranrock's loyalists coming up from the coast. Overheard one of them say they're headed to another cavern, like the one we found. How are they still one step ahead of us? They can't know about the triptych.
I don't know. I did see another memory. This time, it was a keeper named Neve Fitzgerald. She was unnerved by Isadora's use of ancient magic. But I still can't be sure how any of it connects to Ranrock.
These keepers are playing games with you. You need to press them for more information.
It doesn't work like that. To access each of these memories, I have to complete a trial. It's not as easy as you think. They're showing me the memories in a particular order.
Either they don't trust you, or you don't care enough about Anne to ask the difficult questions.
I do care about Anne, but I'm tired of explaining myself. Perhaps we should part ways.
That's not what I meant. We're just not getting answers. I need answers. For Anne.
I know. Now, shall we see why the triptych led us here?
Let's go, quickly, before we're spotted. Keep a close eye out. I saw some of Ranrock's crew moving off the path just ahead.
I wonder why.
Raiding, I imagine. This mountain used to safeguard local hamlet valuables. But it's been abandoned ever since Ranrock took hold of the coast.
What I wouldn't give for
Defender!
Imperial! Expelliarmus! It's almost too easy over here! Let's get this over. Too slack. Good for you. Expelliarmus! Yeah! Hit it all! Get away! You're weak, human. You're good. But I'm better. You're making this too easy. Miss me.
Revelio.
Leviosa. Cool that. Expelliarmus.
Вы готовы?
Expelliarmus.
Блин, они все-таки построили буровую машину, уже копают.
All of the Ranrock loyalists deserve the same fate. Nice work. Thestrals overhead? Some consider them a bad omen.
Not everyone does.
I know that.
All right.
I'm making small talk. I'm not going to trek up this mountain in silence.
Accio! Revelio. Confringo. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Ну так себе подарочки. Это что сейчас такое было? Ой, не то. Оставим пестрон в покое.
Kill any who trespass.
There they are. Let's go. Wait, we should have some sort of plan. I'm through planning.
Who's there? No, what's that? Who's there? This is almost too easy. I'm bringing it down. Best when are you going to kill us? Oh, come on.
Expelliarmus.
Is that the best you can do?
Levioso.
This is sad. Really, it is. You're such a... Oh, little moon. Oh, that was meant for me. Easily diverted. You're paid to pay it twice a minute. Pity, stop, right? You can't stop us. Your spells glance off of me. Much
They got what they deserved. What were you thinking? I was thinking about dead goblins. You could have got us killed. But I didn't. Looks like Ranrock's loyalists were heading further up the path. Let's keep going.
Ramrock's gonna make everyone pay. Anything made from goblin silver belongs to us. Whether it's a sword or a repository, whatever that is.
Did you hear that, Goblin? Ridiculous notions of ownership.
Samwise a grapple for you are. Hogwarts teach you nothing about children.
Пошли дальше, пусть развлекаются.
Revelio. Confringo.
Lumos!
Следствие быть вознеслись через неделю, он побудет на инспекции. Василиск, серьезно?
Lumos.
I agree. Only good wizards are dead wizard. Ranrock's got that right, and I'll be most keen to help him achieve his goals in that regard.
Expelliarmus.
This must be it. Sebastian, wait. Wait. For what? Ugh, why are you suddenly so cautious? Listen to me. I know you're angry and frustrated, but charging ahead now could undo all the progress we've made. Lord Gok said... Oh,
Your goblin friend? Stop it. That's enough. Not all goblins are like Ranrock. I am not the enemy. We want the same thing. To find answers.
I thought we wanted the same thing.
We do. Listen to me. Lord Gok has insights into Ranrock that we don't. He told me that Ranrock somehow knows about the Keepers and is searching anywhere connected to each of them. That's why they always seem to be one step ahead. I know what I'm doing. You need to trust me, or I don't see that we can continue together.
Fine. Fine. I'm sorry. I'm letting my emotions get the better of me. And I have been for a while. I do trust you. And I don't think I can help Anne without you.
Good. Ranrock clearly knows more than we thought. We need to be careful and do this right, not just go charging in. We have our work cut out for us. We need to work together if we're going to find the final piece to the triptych.
Agreed.
Так.
Travel is always much more enjoyable with a friend.
Больше из туннеля.
So far, so good.
Charming. Spiders. How fitting.
Мертвый гоблин. Куда ты свою пачку-то раскрываешь? Ой-ой, ой-ой. Нихера я ему садил.
Almost as good as if I'd done it myself.
Revelio. Confringo. Confringo. One nudge and that chest might have fallen.
Гербы.
Oh, I think 3 nudges at least.
These spiders are determined to make a meal of us.
I'm sure we taste better than a goblin dinner.
Fringo!
Куда ты нахуй собрался, а?
Annoying little beasts, aren't they?
Rebellion. Staircase leading here.
Whatever for? I don't think anyone's been here for ages.
Confringo! 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 Defendo! Revelio!
Look at this place. Not really my style. A bit much, if you ask me.
Confringo! Defendo! Protego! Confringo! Revelio! Defendo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Defendo! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Defendo! Confringo!
Как это, блядь, вылез? Пачку закрою, то простудишься.
Getting through the cavern can't have been the only challenge. Perhaps we should search for runes.
Revelio!
We've seen rune symbols like these before.
Confringo! Revelio!
Can't get out of here quick enough.
Revelio!
Ну, отлично, пузыри. И ты, блядь, и урод. Ой-ой-ой. То, что ты меня доебался так, а? Охуеть.
Nice teamwork. Nothing like an angry troll to bring friends together. Revelio.
Просто знаток пиздюлей получил.
That troll certainly made a mess of things. Debris everywhere. Reparo. That was a piece of work. More than one. Revelio. Find something. A journal entry. Isadora was here. We couldn't jump high enough to reach that ledge if we tried.
Ну так сойдет.
Revelio. Accio. Confringo. Revelio. After all of those stairs. But the view, well worth it. Reparo.
Нету ни хера.
Revelio. Reparo. Another barrier. We can blast through it, I'm certain. Good news? This journal entry sounds worrisome.
Иsadora, знаешь, здесь была?
Revelio. Must be another floor above us. Confringo. as good as if I'd done it myself. Revelio. This place can't have belonged to only Isadora. Oh, the triptych pointed us here. Another rune symbol. Confringo! As if I should be fluent in runic language by now. Revelio. Revelio. Must be another area Isadora created. Isadora must have honed her skill with ancient magic here. I know from the memories I've seen that the Keepers and Isadora didn't see eye to eye on the use of ancient magic. I wish you could see one of her memories. The final canvas piece to the triptych. We've done it! Isadora should not have had to keep all this secret. I know from the memories I've seen that the Keepers and Isadora didn't see eye to eye on the use of ancient magic. But I don't understand why she seems to have gone to such great lengths to tell her story without their knowledge. I wish you could see one of her memories. So do I. Perhaps completing the triptych will shed more light on all of this.
Возвращаемся в крипту.
I do not believe the journey this triptych took us on. This is it. Don't keep me in suspense. Go on, place it.
И
Another pensive. This is what we've been chasing. I wonder... What is it? Let's find out.
I cannot bring my brother back, Father. But I can give you peace. Please, have a seat.
Isadora, we are all most intrigued to hear.
We're ready. I've something to show you. Father, these are my colleagues from Hogwarts. Father hasn't spoken since my brother died.
кажется, мы это уже видели.
On my travels, I confirmed that which I've always believed. That we have the power to take away pain.
Isadora. What have you done?
I took his pain.
Thank you.
That worked?
It did indeed.
Of course it did. It's goblin silver.
I need something much bigger.
All right.
would help if you could tell me more about what it is you're storing.
Боль. Вот что использует Ранрок.
Magic. Left over from a spell I devised to remove pain, but if used correctly, its power can be used to do even more good.
Why would you want to store such magic away?
I only need to keep it safe until I can convince my colleagues of its worth. Magic like this unnerves some.
Not everyone's ready to wield such power.
Perhaps not. Someone will be.
She took away the pain. I knew it. I knew there was a way to help Anne.
Something isn't right, Sebastian. What do you mean? You saw what she did. No, not the memories, the portrait. I think the reason Isadora hasn't appeared is because she can't.
I don't follow.
We have seen that view before. The abandoned home in Felgroth, the destroyed painting, it was her.
So someone destroyed a bit of enchanted canvas, but we found the memory.
Yes, you're right.
We saw what she wanted us to see. We saw what she could do, what you can do.
But I don't know how to do what Isadora did.
Well, then you shall learn. The Keepers can teach you.
I'm not sure that they would. The Keepers believe that removing someone's ability to feel pain, it's a highly complicated, unpredictable form of magic. One that should be wielded with great care. If at all.
If at all? You've overcome all of their challenges. You've more than proven yourself. You can wield it. You have the ability. Please, talk to the Keepers. If not for me, then for Anne.
Why did the Keepers want to keep Isadora quiet? Why destroy her portrait?
Revelio.
Так, а что нас ожидает завтра? То есть, чем? Все в школе только тебе и говорят после того, как узнали, что мы с мистером Батмисом обязаны тебе спасением от Мэйбланд. Мы уж многого добились. Давай обсудим, что делать дальше, чтобы остановить Харлоу. Инвентарь, таланты. Пока недоступно. Так, одночку пока оставлю. Ладно, на этом все. Продолжение будет, скорее всего, завтра.